Police in Kalamazoo are beginning to crack down on what are called mobile nuisance parties.
As News 8's David Horak reports, officers say those living nearby have had enough.
They are being held captive in their own neighborhoods, and more particular, in their homes.
This drone video shot by KDPS does not show evening traffic in downtown Kalamazoo, rather an unwelcome jam by what police are calling a mobile nuisance party.
The behavior is drinking, loud music, sometimes there's fights. Those get into the fray about that. But in particular, people are in people's private homes, in their yards, on their streets at midnight all the way up to 6 a.m.
KDPS Police Chief Vernon Coakley tells us his department's regular call volume doubles because of the parties that frequent the north side neighborhoods, particularly the Ada and Woodbury corridor. But for the one shown here from May 24th, he says EMS personnel could not get to a medical call there because the party was blocking the roads.
With those vehicles there, we have to literally get out of our vehicles, leave them, bring enough equipment that we can to render aid. That's unacceptable.
Last month, 10 people were arrested by KDPS following large crowds on South Howard near Stadium and Woodbury near West Nedge, with the youngest being a 16-year-old girl. But Coakley says those involved could be even younger.
This has now dipped into the lower ages of 12 years old. So we're not talking about just adults anymore. We're talking about young juveniles who should be at home, in their beds, and having a good night's rest, including these adults.
Police say they are beginning to crack down on the parties by sending out warning letters and could tow vehicles or even make arrests.
We want people to comply with the city ordinance that we have in the mobile nuisance party. And if you do not do that, informing and educating as a last resort, we will then enforce the ordinance.
Coakley says it's not just his department. Law enforcement from Kalamazoo Township, Portage, WMU, the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Office, and Michigan State Police are also helping out. In Kalamazoo, David Horak, News 8.